Hi, fourth and fifth grade teachers. In this tutorial, we are going to walk through Storyworks online access. You will be accessing Storyworks in the same place you will access Scholastic News and Storia. Everything is linked through Clever. You can get into any of these resources either by going to Clever and clicking on that Scholastic button in Clever that's red, or you can go directly to one of the Scholastic login sites for any of the products. It doesn't really matter which one. And once you click on the product, it even doesn't matter what grade level because it will load everything when you go to login. You select login. I am a teacher. And then because everything you have is synced through Clever, you automatically just want to click the Clever button if it pops up, or if I happen to already be logged in this case, it took me right into the site. So just remember, whenever you log into any of your Scholastic products for grades 4 and 5, everything is through Clever. So we're going to go back to our dashboard. And we can switch to Storyworks, and then if you need to access Storia, you would need to return to your dashboard completely because Storia is considered a curriculum resource instead of a classroom magazine. So once we go into Storyworks, you'll notice it's very similar to what you see in Scholastic News with a few minor changes. The first thing is you'll notice that each issue of Storyworks has different options available for it. You'll be able to see the teacher's guide. The digital resource guide is a nice tool for each issue that will walk you through all of the different digital projects and what's accessible in each of those products. So that can definitely help you prepare for anything you might do remotely with students. You have all printable activities, answers, keys, and then you always have the presentation view, which is the view that looks exactly like the print magazine that you will be getting via mail that you'll have accessible for students. You can always assign this to students, and you do have the ability, if you put this on your board in the class, you can draw directly on it, highlight, add notes, spotlight, and use some of the other features here. In addition, students will also have access to this view of the magazine. Now, heading back into our issue, we're going to click directly on one of the issues, and then we notice that we have all of the different texts that are available as singles, or we can click to view the full issue as well. So once we view the full issue as well, you will see everything that is tied back to this issue. Now, when you go to share things out in Storyworks, you can share directly to Google Classroom, and students will do the same thing they do with Scholastic News. They'll click on the link, they'll click login, they'll select that they're a student, and grades 4 and 5 students, the really important thing is they click Clever and that instant login happens. Now, if I take a look at these videos down here, I see that button, or if I want to go into one of the specific texts and I click on the story to go into that specific text, I'll notice over here on the left-hand side, here's where I find that share button. And when I click share, I have the opportunity to share to Google Classroom or copy the link. What's the difference? They're essentially the same exact thing. I would select share to Google Classroom if I wanted to create the assignment right then and there. Sometimes though, I wanted to add a bunch of different things to an assignment, and it was easier for me to copy the link and paste that in Google Classroom as opposed to trying to have this tool create a new assignment and then have to go back in and edit and add further details. When you share, students will then have access to the different levels available here on the side in order to read the text. Students will also have text-to-speech and presentation view available as well. If you want to see at any point what the digital version looks like for students, you can click See Student View. This will show you exactly what students will get They'll get the text to speech, they'll get the presentation view, which again is exactly like that print material. They will get the reading levels and then the download and print option as well. The nice thing about the digital version is some of the features are directly interactive and you can click on things within those features. You can do this for the nonfiction, the paired text, fiction, play, debate, poetry, video, etc. Everything is accessible. Everything can be assigned within Google Classroom. When you go into your different worksheets that are accessible, we'll go back to view that full issue. You have audio files. We're going to go back to the teacher view, get out of the student view. If I go to all printable activities, I can see everything that's available to print right then and there. If I go into the teacher's guide, I get a plan that walks me through what I can do in that specific lesson. And then lastly, if I want to look at the specific resources that I can make available to students in Google, I will click on whatever it is I'm looking for resources, select resources. And again, you have the ability to download all the activities, or if you come and hover over any of these activities, you will see lots of these activities are available in Google for students. Keep in mind, whatever is available in Google, you'll probably want to check it out before assigning just to make sure that it is going to be accessible and easy for students to complete. Most of the quizzes, when you click on them in Google, should convert into Google Forms that you can either further edit or assign directly as is. If you have any questions about any of these resources, or you want to do a more detailed walkthrough of things, please don't hesitate to reach out and we can schedule time and go from there.